All right, thank you, Jim. Doug, you get the idea that Larry Brown is more effective when they're shooting over McKee from three-point range. Wins. They've won their last 6. Iverson. Allen Iverson gets it going.
He's never missed a beat being out.
And Iverson with the steal. Iverson whipping by Divac and draws the foul. Late whistle from Ronnie Nunn.
Things that Philadelphia loves to do, they love to get to the free throw line. Got to keep him off that line.
Attempts by the Kings happen from downtown. Here's Weber. Yes. Over to help. It leaves Iverson open. Finds the open man in George Lynch, and he drains a three-pointer. 11-5. Sixers with the lead. We played just over 3 minutes. Stojakovic. Very tough angle. And Iverson pushing it down. Iverson takes all the way. Allen Iverson. 6 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal for Iverson. Stojakovic and Iverson able to field the long rebound. That's what happens when you're firing from three-point land. On Weber.
Allen Iverson, when he gets in the open court, you can't do what Christie does here and try to go for the steal. You've got to square him up and corral him, almost have 2 guys play the ball. Because once he gets in there, if he doesn't score, what's going to happen? He's going to open up an offensive rebound for somebody else.
Cover and then fired one up. Weber with the rebound. Stojakovic from Weber. Allen Iverson off to the fast start. It's been an up and down relationship between Allen and his head coach, Larry Brown, and we talked about that with Larry Brown.
Right now, his whole thing is I'll play as soon as the ref throws the ball up, no matter how I feel, and you know I'm going to try to win, and those things I admire tremendously. But you know, when he goes in the gym and takes 2,000 jump shots every day, and when he works on his game on a consistent basis, that's when he's even going to be even better, and that'd be scary.
Marv, I think what Larry's talking about there is there's no question that Allen Iverson wants to win and he's going to play in the games. But what he does in practice, the tone that he sets for his teammates, that's when you really become a leader.
Reasons that they do not see eye to eye.
If there's a mantra that Larry Brown always preaches is, I want my team playing the right way. You hear him say, I want to play the right way. That's teamwork. That's good, solid defense. That's ball movement. That's everybody being on the same page. And we got to remember, Allen Iverson is such a talent that right now he can get by with that. But when he gets older, Marv, these injuries are going to start to pile up on him, and he won't recover as quickly. That's why in the offseason you've got to lift. You've got to keep your body in shape so that you can take the punishment. This guy is fearless. He throws himself around. He's just got to continue to get stronger as he gets older. Away from me.
And here's Chris Weber.
Where you going? Where you going? Give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, gotcha. Now, this is how the glove do it. Give my ball back. Well, then take your ball in. Yeah, the glove. Did you see it? Me, mostly me. It's my domain. The glove. Hey, hold on, man. You ain't gonna be disrespecting me like that. When I ain't looking, huh? Oh, boy, that's something else.
Iverson backing it up on Christie. Iverson shooting the 3 and hits. Allen Iverson with 9 points.
Normally Sacramento gets off to very good starts. Today the team has been energetic. Side, you backdoor cut and you get to the baskets.
2 sore hips and a chronically inflamed Sixers with 3 minutes gone by in the second have a 12-point lead. Iverson with the alley-oop for Jermaine Jones.
No, out of the timeout, the eye contact, a little screen roll, and you see on the baseline Jermaine Jones sneaking in behind Turkoglu. Set play, executed to perfection.
Apparently looking to draw the foul. Iverson for McCullough. Todd McCullough has come off the bench.
And right now he's struggling to do that.
Here's Iverson. Yes.
And you can see Allen Iverson's going to attack him.
Weber squeezing his way. Weber and the rookie
All-Star. Yes, I did. I coached him right to being the MVP. He was on the Phenoms. You see Allen Iverson with the slashing, driving move into the lane. He, too, wanted a foul.
Here's Williams for 3. Jason Williams, their best start ever. The rookie, that was back in 1984. And the major reason they're so effective on the road. Chris Weber. Jason Williams. Oh, Nice pass. Who coach for Ratliff?
Well, that's why Jerry Krause nicknamed him the waiter. Chris Webber once again doing most of his damage from the outside today, taking Theo Ratliff away from the basket. And then Jason Williams, this is the second time we've seen this today. He's on balance, he's squared up, and he's looking right down the barrel of that jump shot. But then the answer, Theo Ratliff. It's an 8-point game. Tony with a great pass into the half.
Sixers have led by as many as 18. Here's Webber. It's down to a 5-point game. Final seconds. First half. Iverson racing down and hits. It's a 3 at the buzzer for Allen Iverson. How about that first half ending?
An 8-point lead after it was cut to 5.
Allen Iverson with 20 points, 6 assists in the first half. Sacramento turns it around in the second quarter, but they're down by 8. Stay tuned for Ahmad Rashad, Kevin Johnson, PJ Carlesimo in our New York studio. Iverson. Here's Iverson. Yes. 3-on-1. The key for Iverson.
So when you play a scorer, it just lets Iverson run loose, and you see what's happening right now. He's off to a great start.
He is feeling it. He has scored the last 9 points in this game. Performances on the offensive end. Iverson again.
Jason Williams has got to take more of a challenge here, Marv. I'm not trying to pick on this guy, but he's got to dig in and say, you know what, my chance to make a mark on this team is to play Iverson and try to calm him down a little bit. Right now, Iverson is doing anything he wants to do.
Weber, yes.
Happy with this defense.
Weber, yes.
Hit you quickly as we saw in that first half, so a big lead does not last long here.
Iverson. Allen Iverson again felt that he was fouled. 30 for Iverson.
Right now, he is so confident.
Here's Jason Williams. Oh, he flipped it up. Jason Williams with a scoop shot.
Allen Iverson's doing such a great job of reading screens, what the defender is doing. He fades, gets to the baseline, and now Jason Williams goes inside. You see, looked like he might have banged his leg on Tyrone Hill. Point lead. He's now come out in the third quarter and electrified his team with his great shooting. Moving away from the basketball. Jason Williams trying to square him up. Iverson hitting the jump shot, getting inside with a little floater, and he right now is doing whatever he wants to do on the floor. He has 30 points on 22 shots. You see shots have come from all different angles.
Jason Williams staying with Allen Iverson, and Allen Iverson continues the onslaught. Iverson season high 45 in a loss at home to the Utah Jazz. Iverson again on fire.
Wow.
34 for Iverson.
He is putting on a show in every way. He's doing it with his defense, his rebounding, his shooting, his energy. Run up and down the floor. This guy's got more energy. Watch him running off these screens. Jason Williams trying to stay with him, creates just enough daylight to where he can pull up and shoot that jump shot, then comes down the floor, and here goes my theory right out the window. They put a taller, quicker guy on him. Iverson said, that ain't gonna work either.
Today, I don't think anything will work. Iverson with 17 of the Sixers' last 23 points. 13 of 24. He's hit 8 of his last 9, and this is a guy who has played hurt time and time again, including today. Partial dislocation of his right shoulder suffered last week. It was thought he'd be out 2 to 4 weeks. Misses 1 game, makes his return with 29 points against Golden State on Wednesday night. Has 2 sore hips, a chronically inflamed right elbow, but you'd never know it here today.
Gone through, Marv. This is what I was talking about to start the game. These things mount up through your career. And what Larry Brown is trying to get to him is to make him sure that to be durable and continue to be that way. Allen Iverson is so quick. The lazy pass by Jason Williams. He reads it beautifully. Takes the ball right into the open court. But Rick Allen was in a tough situation to start this period. Aaron McKee hurt them early, but he put Jason Williams on Iverson to start this quarter, and it has not worked. In fact, it has backfired big time, and they've pushed their lead out once again to 17. That's twice.
Coming on for Jason Williams, and Stojakovic with a 3 to end the 9-0 run.
Get in there and get second shots.
Here's Weber. Stojakovic way off. Sixers have hit 13 of 17 from the field in a blistering third quarter display. Weber off a series of fakes. Go around with the Sixers. Here's Weber, who has had the touch despite 13-2 run by the Kings. Iverson, yes!
Whoa! And then what do? You go to your best players and look, we need a basket here. And he delivers.
Stojakovic for three.
Oh, it's amazing. It's like two different games today.
Kenny Smith, Vinny Del Negro. As you saw Danny Ainge. Here's Iverson. Allen Iverson with 40 points.
Now with the Kings who are fighting back.
Stojakovic for three. Who has had the hot hand. Played by Lynch. Shoots over.
Are you serious?
To a triple-double. 94-90. Oh, Barry beating the Sixers down. Allen Iverson. Shot clock down to 2. Down to 1. Iverson. Yes! 42 points for Iverson.
Takes advantage. Now once again, your star comes through for you. Allen Iverson square. They want Ollie to take the shots.
Weber. Chris Weber has tied the game at 96.
A great passer, a great shooter, and now he takes the ball to the basket against the best shot blocker in the NBA and gets the finish. And you know what? Vlade loves it.
So the next foul will put Sacramento over the limit. The same for Philadelphia. Iverson on the pull. Yes! Allen Iverson has 44. And Iverson with the shot. And we go to overtime. The 5-minute overtime. Iverson, yes. Allen Iverson now with a season high. That's 46 points. Iverson. And McKee shoots the three and hits. Aaron McKee from deep in the corner. The Sixers lead 107 to 104. Seconds left in overtime.
Allen Iverson draws so much attention. John Barry goes to help, and Aaron McKee over the outstretched arms of Bobby Jackson. The Sixers up 3. Aaron McKee with a great game.
The rebound. Final seconds. Need the three to tie. Here it is. Short. It's all over. The Philadelphia 76ers, after leading by as many as 18, saw the Sacramento Kings come from behind, send it to overtime, and then the Sixers resilient enough in the OT to take the lead, and they come away with a terrific road win. In fact, for the Sixers, it's 7 straight wins on the road. For the Kings, the 9-game win streak at home is over, and the Sixers now have the best record in the NBA at 21-8. Let's go to Jim Gray and Allen Iverson.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. Allen, 46 points today. How did you guys manage to regroup after losing that 17-point lead in the fourth quarter in overtime?
At halftime, we already talked about it. We knew that they was going to make another run. You know, they made a run towards halftime. We knew they were going to keep coming at us. That's why they got the best record in the league, and they have it in the West Coast where it's really tough. So we knew they were going to keep playing. They got some great players on their team led by Chris Webber, but we just kept fighting. You know, we kept fighting and we got it done.
Your 7th straight road victory. Why are the Sixers so comfortable on the road?
It's not really that. We just understand that we got to go on the road and get wins. You know, it's great to play at home, but the NBA is, you know, is a little bit more than that. You got to go play in tough crowds like this, and, you know, it just prepares for bigger things.
You're ready for New Year's Eve, I'm sure. Happy New Year.
Definitely. I want to say Happy New Year's to Tawana, my kids, Deuce, Tiara, my mom, everybody. I love y'all. I'm coming home, baby.
All right, Allen. Back over to you, Marv.
All right, thank you, Jim. And for Allen Iverson and the Sixers, their first win here in Sacramento.
Thanks a lot, Dick. Your reaction to Coach Brown taking a couple of days off?
I don't know, just like he gave us a couple of days off, you know, or he'll give us a day off if we have any personal problems. I mean, that's our coach. We stand behind, you know, the decisions he made. You know, he said he had personal issues to address, and I take it just as that.
Now talk to me about, there's been a lot of speculation about a meeting before the Chicago game, and there was a blowout in that game. Is that the reason Coach Brown took the time off?
Nah, I mean, just for him to handle his personal business. I mean, this is family. For some odd reason, you know, it got to you guys and the writers and everybody else when it didn't supposed to. I mean, you know, I think we need to tighten our family a little bit more, because, you know, what happens in a meeting is between family, and you know, it got out, and that's the most frustrating part about the whole thing. But we stand behind Coach, and you know, we're right here with him. I'm right here with him, and the rest of the team is with him. You know, we started this together, and we want to finish this thing together, and I'm glad that Coach Brown's out here tonight coaching like he's supposed to.
And what about your relationship with Coach Brown today? Is it good?
Yeah, it's the same. You know, it's the same as it has been in the beginning of the year. You know, for everybody to feel like, you know, the relationship between me and Coach is going to be peaches and creams all the time is not fair. You know, sometimes coaches and players get into it, but we have the same common goal. Both of us want to win a championship. I believe in him, and he believes in me. So it's just important for us to come out here and prove it out here on the basketball court. And once we win and do the things that we're capable of doing, then all of this will be put behind us.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right, Dick.
All right, Reggie, and winning is what the 76ers have done largely this year. 10-0 to start the season, 8-6 since then, still in first. Tonight is another night and a big one for both of these teams as the Utah Jazz take on the Philadelphia 76ers here in Philadelphia.
A franchise-high 10-0 start this year. Tony Kukoc with a move, and Larry Brown telling us before the game, he says if he's not producing much, it's my fault. I got to get him shot.
You're out there, you're going to get high percentage shots.
Karl Malone with the fall-away hits. Malone coming off a season's low 12 points.
Out again. Now there is a 4-inch difference here in Kukoc's favor.
And Iverson firing over John Stockton hits. And the Sixers.
Well, that's why we emphasize that they're the #1 shooting team in the league.
And a good play by Iverson, going high on the post-up situation to get the steal. Iverson amongst the best in the NBA in steals. Changes hands, goes up. A spectacular play from both ends by Allen Iverson.
Now keep an eye on this as he rocks and he crosses and he goes through his leg. There it is. Just an explosion. But how about this shot? Now, I don't know if he could make that again if we gave it to five times here. Let him go 5 times in a row if he could make that shot. Back to the basket. What they are slashers. This is a team, they get to the line without a strong post-up game because they're in the paint, throwing the ball into Malone, that they've run the split. The split has kind of fouled up Malone's shot attempt.
Here is Iverson over Stockton. Allen Iverson, and the biggest lead of the game.
Years, he did a nice job. They got rid of him. He went to New Jersey.
Chicago Bulls has been tossed out of the game. The Wolves, who are off to a fine start. They've won 7 of their last 10 and 15-10 on
condition that they want, the physical shape-up.
He scored 24 points in the losing effort last night at Toronto and had 6 rebounds as well, coming off a big game.
Explosion by Philadelphia in that first quarter. 6 offensive rebounds against the #1 defensive rebounding team. He shoots 39%. But he takes 21 shots because you want to make him to make the outside shot.
Lynch, Maxwell gets a piece of it.
Look at it.
And Lynch is ahead of the field, puts it through, and the 76ers have opened up a 32-17 lead. Marshall misses, and now ahead of the field is Allen Iverson. Iverson lays it in to break the drought.
And double team Karl Malone, he'll go to the front of the rim, and Malone will hit him every time.
Iverson with the fall away goes, so Allen Iverson has 10 points.
10 being blocked.
Malone with 13, Stockton with only 2. Iverson winding up in the first row with the fall away now with 24 points in this first half and 18 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Iverson against Stockton. Gives up the dribble, puts it up, and
brother.
What a show by Allen Iverson, who has 26 now. And playing for the last shot.
Contact that is not being called.
Well, I'm not chuckling. You're the only one chuckling. I think this is very serious indeed.
Iverson
from the corner. Is there anything he's not doing tonight? 28 for Iverson. Here is Malone going in and getting the basket. Started by Stockton. Kukoc setting a screen. And finally the bump foul by Olden Polynice, and that might have shaken up Allen Iverson.
Yeah, you got him right on. You have no idea. Keep an eye on the right. Keep your eye right to the right here. You're going to see it right there. You know, with the knee and the thigh and the hip. He nailed Iverson right on the hip. Him alive for themselves.
Here's Tony Kukoc against the double coverage, finding McKee for three. Aaron McKee hitting a three, and that is the first three-point basket for either side. Here is
Pretty.
Kukoc to McCullough. Daniel Marshall loses it to Kukoc. Feeding towards Lynch, who lays it in, letting him play. And here is Iverson at the other end. He lays it in. It looked like everything stopped, and Iverson did not. They cut it down to 3 moments ago. Here is Iverson playing one-on-one against Jacques Vaughn. Steps back and Allen Iverson, who's been cold this quarter, but winds up with 32 points as the third quarter comes to an end. Allen Iverson with 32 and Karl Malone with 28, but here is the truth.
He has made the big shot tonight, and he's always making it with the clock down. Big baskets all night long.
And at the end of 3 quarters, Larry Brown, who returned to practice in the shoot-around today, and his first place 76ers, who are the front-runners in the Eastern Conference, lead the Utah Jazz.
Philadelphia only has 10 assists.
And Malone struggles that time from the stripe, missing 2 free throws, but he's 12 for 16 from the line. And the Sixers will get the ball back.
7 minutes during the entire season. Michael Jordan scored over 50 defensively.
Malone steps back and hits for Malone here in the second half. Here is Allen Iverson working against Stockton. 10 on the shot clock. Iverson gets it back and is bumped by John Stockton.
It's offensive game.
Well, the Sixers, Malone, and Utah leads for the first time by a score of 75-74. And it's a 78-76 Utah lead. Iverson sneaks in for the basket, and Iverson now with 38. 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Allen Iverson having his best scoring game of the year. And has 40 points in the game.
Now keep an eye on this young guy. Now watch as he gets down inside here. You're going to see the shot blocker coming right from the left. Right there. Daniel Marshall. He gets it up. I mean, he just blew by people going the length of the court.
Season's high for both Malone and Iverson. So the shootout here at the First Union Center going down to the wire. And Allen Iverson. 2:35 to go in the fourth. Philadelphia 16-0 when they bled after 3, and they were leading after 3. Ratliff on the through. Theo Ratliff on the offensive board. Here at the First Union Center, the feed to Malone, and he gets the basket. He could have gotten fouled as well. His high was 37.
He's third in the league, 44 in threes, and tonight he couldn't make it.
Allen Iverson in the air with 45 points. No good. Time running out. And Kukoc can't get it off in time. And the Utah Jazz have defeated the 76ers 91-89.
50 points in single games. He does things uncannily for a guy his size. Able to do unbelievable things around the basket. Has a knack for getting to the hoop. Great along the baseline. In areas of the court where you don't see small players operate so often. Uncanny how he can get to the hoop and finish with contact. And this First Union crowd really feeds off of his energy at both ends of the court.
Iverson has particularly lit up the West. The road record has been incredible for the Sixer club. And Rick, look what he's done to the Western Conference. A lot of stars in the building on a Friday night in Philly on the Sonics Broadcasting Network.
Meantime, Philadelphia got off to a 10-0 start to start the year. Eric Snow went down 12 games ago with a fractured ankle. Aaron McKee stepped in. They are 8-4 without Snow. Allen Iverson is at the guard. He is 5th in the league in scoring. Tyrone Hill, Theo Ratliff, the Rattler, and George Lynch up front, up 4-2 count. Sonics by a deuce. Payton picks up Iverson. Going to drive in, slash right to left. Sends up the running lefty and traffic it in. What a beautiful move by Iverson.
Take it at the Philadelphia big men.
Scored tied at 8. Iverson wrapping it rapidly between the wickets. Left to right hand. Drives in a running high right-hander. Teardrop over McCoy, up and in for Iverson. Lost a handle. Streaking away is Iverson. Lead pass McKee. Iverson for the lay-in. But he's doubled. Bounce out to the top to Lynch. This is Iverson streaking. Switching left to right hand and shoveling it up and in. Another little teardrop scoop on the move, and then Iverson on the inbound jabs it away from the Sonics. Hill picks it up in a scramble play, goes to the rack and is fouled. He'll shoot two. The foul is on Payton.
Well, what a series by Allen Iverson. And that initial offensive set, he went left and got by Gary Payton in a hurry, able to finish with that little high teardropping runner, and then turns around, able to come up with that loose ball as Tyrone Hill attacks Patrick Ewing in a position where he must.
This is 24 and the Sonics 20. Back in a moment on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Fourth first, Sixers on top by 3. Payton picks up Iverson to the baseline. Follow-away jumper by Allen is good. They told us tonight that you can look for Mason.
We would throw Jalen Rose, Travis Best, Derek McKee for a few minutes just to give him some different looks.
In the shoot, he's picked up by Mason. Drives into the lane to the glass with the left hand up and in. Look at Kukoc, a left-hander that goes left. Davis at midcourt will get off a shot. No, blocked by Iverson. He sends it back the other way. Oh, my! Scored it. Oh, he nearly scored it from backcourt. So at the end of one, the score, the Sixers 32 and the Sonics 26.
These officials call this game.
First foul on Baker. Kukoc. Again, the left-hander who loves to go left. This is to McKee. Back to Iverson on the drive. Slinks by a defender. Laying it up, and there's Kukoc. Up to Rodney Buford. Left side to Iverson for 3. Got it. Shooting just 24% of the year from 3 range. Sixers on top by 15. Backing down Kukoc. Follow-away jumper good. Fell outside of Kukoc. Madison forces him to his right, and he still hits a follow-away lefty in front of his own bench for the Sixers. He's outside the 3 ring, being watched by Patterson. He directs him to the baseline. Too late. Iverson's so quick on the trigger. He gets that shot up before you still won the series 4 games too. Here's Iverson following.
Oh, brother.
But good. Look at that one. A rainbow.
Allen Iverson, we were just talking about, wow, what a shot on Shamon Williams.
By Payton. Sonics up front. There, Iverson, a great faith in Snow, and seems to have the same confidence in Aaron McKee.
He sure does. And when you respect the drive game, Kevin, and back off of Allen Iverson, he is so good. Not many people talk about Allen Iverson as a great shooter. He is a great shooter. Trust me. We played them in 2 tough playoff series. He can hit shots from anywhere. His ability to get into the lane and do things people forget about. Everybody wants to call him a slasher, a great athlete, this and that. This is a highly skilled player who is a great shooter of the basketball.
His rookie year, the first time he came into Seattle, Rick, he had 2 tip jams. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Look at Rattle step up, leads the league in blocks and just spikes Gary's shot out of the 3-on-2. Iverson to Lynch, touch pass beneath the rim, reverse up and in. Aaron McKee. Of course, with the Detroit Pistons, he is #1 in the league in blocks at 3.7 a game, and he gets the break going the last trip down, Rick.
Boy, almost had to duck his head sideways to miss from hitting the backboard. Great series of touch passes. Iverson, Lynch, Aaron McKee.
Here he is on the post, and he's got Payton on him. Iverson working with Patterson, fires one out of the corner and drilled it. Well, Allen Iverson unrelenting, 10 of 22. At the high post, return and face up. Nice pass to Kukoc beneath the rim, lays it up and in. They'll give it Iverson. The answer with a 3. Iverson with 29.
On the stretch we've had this year.
Iverson checked by Payton. Iverson searches, or I should say Payton searches Iverson, then he goes right to the hole and lays it in. With 10:46 to go in the ball game. Iverson in the corner, Kukoc, he's been deadly. And he hits a 3. What's the question, says Larry King. I got the answer, says Allen Iverson.
Boy, we're not cute. You called that one. What numbers?
Back off, back off.
I think he faked himself out a little that time. Still able to gather himself and make that shot.
Iverson drives in. Look at the little backhand, right hand flip, high off the window, up and in. Out.
On several occasions. He is a terrific little player. And a nice too.
Recovered by Iverson. Allen checked by Patterson. Iverson between the wickets, goes to his left, following jumper, good. He's fouled, he goes to the line. Iverson in 38 minutes, 40 points, 8 of 8 from the line, 15 of 30. And after he hits the free throw, he'll probably be going to the bench. His 19th 40-point-plus game of his career.
Incredible play. Able to draw the contact, then able to get the shot up in the same motion to make it a continuation play, and then able to hit the shot. Phenomenal. Over a point a minute tonight for Allen Iverson. What a performance.
Iverson knocks the free throw down. Ollie will foul Williams, and that will allow Iverson to come out for the curtain call here in Philadelphia. And listen to the ovation from the faithful here as Iverson comes to the bench. 5:59 left in the game. 107-75 count. The Sixers leading the Sonics. And Iverson goes to the bench with 41 points. We'll return in a moment on the Sonics broadcast. Mantle. The Sonics final 121-89.
Individual performance along with a great team performance. Allen Iverson, 41 points, 38 minutes, doing it so many different ways. What great versatility. Fall away going to his left. Finger roll going to his right. Facing up, fall away jump shot, right baseline. So many different angles on the court. He was getting it done. And the little running spin off the glass. Allen Iverson, 15 for 30 from the field, 41 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 for 9 free throws. Phenomenal performance.
Starting lineups tonight for both ball clubs. The 10 that will get on the floor to start it, brought to you by Ford. Philadelphia's blazing 23 up and 8 down. George Lynch and Tyrone Hill at the forwards, and Theo Ratliff, #1 in the NBA in block shots, mans the middle. And in the backcourt for Larry Brown Sixers, it'll be Aaron McKee for the injured Eric Snow. With McKee as a starter, this ball club has not missed a beat. They've gone 5-2. Allen Iverson who continues to amaze with slight of build, but his tremendous physical gifts. Iverson to raise up and ring it. 41 last night did Allen Iverson drop on the Seattle Sonics. Theo Ratliff. Iverson will step through a Ratliff pick and bury the jumper. Allen Iverson has all 4 for the Sixers. Well, Iverson's in a hurry. Allen Iverson. Now with Jackson going to play on baseline left. Iverson with that jump step to the rim and float it home. The Cavaliers lead is 9. Iverson to use a Tyrone Hill pick and will step back with a triple that he'll drain.
It's just a tough shot there against very good defense by Andre Miller.
Croatia on the floor. Iverson tried to turn the corner. Oh, look at Allen Iverson hanging in the air and then depositing that short jumper. And had the basketball ripped out of his hands by Tyrone Hill. Iverson put it down, and one more coming from the line.
And you can't be casual ever against any team in this league or in any play. It's a simple, basic, fundamental. Ball's loose.
Allen Iverson with 14 and looking for 50. Iverson quickly to the offensive end. Baseline, Allen Iverson to bury that short jumper. He's got 17. Gave it back up. Aaron McKee. Cavaliers having all kinds of problems now, transition-wise, as Allen Iverson will float to the rim and put it down.
Now he wanted the 20-second timeout again, as both teams just basically playing schoolyard basketball at this point. Same category with guys like Lynch and Tyrone Hill who play the game the right way, give you a very honest effort at the defensive end of the floor.
Well, Allen Iverson has it absolutely going on here tonight. He is scorching. He is pain. Cavaliers got to get a foul. Iverson to triple, and he'll bury it. See a linebacker stepping in a passing lane, huh? Allen Iverson is going ballistic here at the gun. 3 points. Said incurred the wrath of Randy Whitman right from that point on. And Matty, off 28-point first half, Allen Iverson's got it cooking.
Well, Michael, early in the game when he made the first couple of jump shots from the perimeter, I said that the Cavaliers could live with him shooting from the outside.
5 block shots for Ratliff. Iverson will step back and stick it again. He's got 30.
Because when things go wrong immediately, the
Cavaliers running. And Jimmy threw it away. Allen Iverson stepped in the passing lane. Iverson got bounced by Jackson. Will fade away, fill it up, and one more coming from the line.
Open floor with a steal by Iverson. There he creates the contact and creates enough room for himself.
Ramifications. Andre Miller felt Iverson lowered his shoulder, and Iverson with a jump stop to the hole. Count that. And one more coming from the line on a Robert Traylor personal foul. Allen Iverson now with 35.
Well, you see what I mean about the way that he dealt with the official on the play before? Kind of got his point across and let the official know that some hitting and banging is going on at the other end, and doesn't settle for jump shot, takes the ball to the basket. The ever-maturing game, it looks like everybody else's.
Matty, let's mark this down now. With 7 minutes left, the Cavaliers have got back to within 5, but not anymore. Make it 7 as Allen Iverson will drain that baseline jumper. Iverson went back door and then faded off. Allen Iverson scorching is going to lift it and knock out a three.
I'm convinced now. He's got 41. I'd say just go run at him, get the ball out of his hands, make somebody else shoot it. Iverson has been hot basically all game long. That little jab step enough to get Andre Miller to back off on him. And it will just knock him out. He can play with unbelievable amounts of pain.
What he wants here. Iverson with a stutter step. Lifted over the top of Andre Miller, and it goes. With Allen Iverson on a pace for 50, the answer
for that, and keep Aaron McKie from penetrating.
That will help. Iverson will step back. He'll stick it.
Allen Iverson.
What an offensive performance from the shooter out of Georgetown.
An individual. It'll also then put him 4 points away from the 54 that Michael Jordan scored in November of 1989. That is an opponent's regular game record. 69 by Michael Jordan in March of 90, the all-time record. That one in overtime.
Ratliff, Lynch, and Aaron McKie. Iverson will step back and stroke it. Allen Iverson, half a century here in the gun. He's got 50. Cavaliers trying to end Philly's 5-game win streak. Shot clock at 5. Iverson crossed over. Iverson on the run, and that goes. He's got 52. As Allen Iverson breaks his gun arena mark as on the run, he fills that up. He's got 52, and Philly leads by 6.
But really, the difference between the two teams has been that he's launching a lot of threes. Larry Brown would be just as happy if his team never took a three.
Iverson hit them both. Allen Iverson with 54. This is the NBA high in regulation. The 48 minutes of regulation this year. Allen Iverson is just going to handle it and dribble it out as this one is over at the gun. The Cavaliers fall to the Philadelphia 76ers 107-103 as Allen Iverson sets a gun arena record with his 54-point performance, shattering his own 50 mark in here.
The Sixers have Lynch and Hill at the forwards, Ratliff in the middle. McKie would be a super swing man, but he's working as a point guard now, and Iverson at the point guard spot. They've also got Snow out, who would have been the point guard, and Geiger's been out all year. He would have been one of their backup big guys. So both these teams not really at full strength, but they both played very well through injuries. Our Southwest Airlines three-point shootout contestant tonight is Scott Weaver, and he picks Derek Anderson. If Derek connects on the Spurs' first three-pointer, then Scott receives free air travel for 2 on Southwest Airlines. Leaves it short. McKie to rebound. He pops it out to Iverson. He's got 2 men to beat. Iverson to the basket and scores. Gets it back. Loose for the jumper from the top of the circle. Iverson. Well, you don't want to lose 2. Ratliff tries to make a move on Newble and stops and pops over. Robinson gets a hand. Robinson actually tapped it in. Who's going to get credit? It's knocked loose. And here comes Iverson. Iverson rolls it up and in.
You see how quick they are in exchanging from the offensive end. They don't shoot particularly well from the perimeter, but I tell you what, when the ball goes out on the floor, Iverson is one of the best I've ever seen in taking it end-to-end. We're talking about end-to-end action. Right here, the defense, I told you, they make 20% of their points off their defense. Right there, changes hands, turns Anderson completely around, then uses the opposite side of he was going to knock down the 15-footer.
Karl is in the lineup for the Sixers, and Iverson's 5 for 5. Well, Iverson has the ball. Drive to the lane, lays it up and over the top. And tell you what, that wasn't an easy shot. 1:34 to go in the first period. Hot shooting both ways. How about that?
Largely because of that guy right there.
McKie. Here's a break to Iverson. He won't miss that one.
Now, if you notice, Greg,
off the baseline and causing him to make a dribble error. Here's Iverson. He is exciting with the basketball. Look at that. Iverson is 9 out of 9.
He is putting on a clinic out here. Check this out. On the layup, watch him slow up, push the defender out of the way, and still get it. Now right here, he's going left. He can go right and go left on you all the time. And at the end of the quarter, you saw after Tim turned it over, he saw the shot clock, pulled it out, backed it out, and then still was able to beat the defense when they were set. Watch him. Knifed it right back, right into the defense's face. No, I'm sorry, Sixers.
Almost Iverson driving to the paint. Now he hits outside. 10 out of 10. Tony Kukoc says, yeah, I'm European. There's a three.
That's an important shot.
It's the second. Cosby may have had a double dip. There's Iverson to the basket.
He's fearless. He doesn't care who's back there. He's taking it to the hole.
In the back, there's deep left corner Iverson. Iverson spins through traffic, rolls it up and over, won't get it down. The tap will go. It's Kukoc. Kukoc has a size advantage, uses it over Porter.
What a nice move. Tony Kukoc
was a product of North Carolina and Dean Smith. Of course, he was the head coach when Pop got into the NBA as an assistant. There's Iverson.
Ooh, he's in a rhythm by Daniels.
Sixers lead down to 4. It had been 6 momentarily. Kukoc for 3. McKee back into the game. McKee, Hill, Kukoc. Kukoc and now Iverson said, well, let's get the other side and clear it out so Kukoc can do that.
Right here, as he's going to make his move right there. Here it comes. He crosses over now. In my opinion, that was not a carry.
Defense now by the Spurs. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kukoc takes a long 3 and hits. Oh, my. Yeah. Iverson goes down the lane. Newble back in. Feed off to McCullough with a slam.
Because he will use you. Watch him use Tim and make Daniels run right into Tim Duncan and get to the line on that shot. Smart play and quick. Back with your back to a guy like that.
Get it to fall because Ratliff came around to help out defensively. Now Iverson swings a pass backhanded to Hill.
Now that's something you don't see much from AI, creating opportunities with a great pass. Everybody else just watching things happen, and he creates this out of nothing. The behind the back, sideways to Hill. Caught Tim Duncan by surprise, and all you could really do. But it's a loose ball.
Yeah.
How do you call a foul?
Well, not this time. 30 points for Iverson, the 9th time this year he's had at least that many. Can't get it. Here comes Iverson. Ferry stops him, at least for a moment. Not long enough. The open man, Kukoc. Kukoc gets a step on Ferry, lays it over the top of him.
Defensive Tim Duncan. Popovich jumps on the referee. Now, as a player, when you have
Iverson, who had the free throw to get him to 34 points, backs away. 2 more. And the frustration on the face of Antonio Daniels. Back out to Iverson. Iverson with Robinson coming at him, just shoots deadly over the top.
20 years from now, they'll look back and they'll be embarrassed by this period of time in their career.
Going to be a foul on the floor. Iverson loses another basket, and he slumps over in front of us. He said, that's 2 I've lost. It is actually a call for his team. It was,
but he wanted the basket. He wanted the basket.
Daniels was called for the foul before he ever made the move.
Right there on the bump, right there. See the bump right there? That was what he wanted, but he wanted the continuation.
In the NBA, you'd see that some.
Well, he never put the ball back down on the floor.
Battle of 2 division leaders. The home team going to get the break is Iverson. He is over 40. The big man is Iverson. And he's going to get a rest. He's done. He got his 40, and his team's up 98-82. There's the horn. The 76ers win their 27th of the year, going now 27-9.
Allen Iverson getting it done all over the place. 40 points for the 5th time this season, and the 21st time in his career he's gone 40 or more. That is just pick your poison. He could have went 4 different directions.
Tonight's game was produced and directed by Mike Ciccarillo. The associate producer is Daniel Ashcraft. The Spurs Center was produced by Jeff Bowers. And our studio coordinators were Chris Valenta and Mary Beth Boddicker. Don't forget the next game, the Spurs will be in New York to take on the Knicks. That will be January 15th.
Question: which NBA team is riding a 3-game win streak that sits right in the city of brotherly love and has the league's best winning percentage? Question: this team has a former West Sider that helped lead the Bulls to 3 consecutive NBA championships and was dubbed the Croatian sensation? Tonight, the answer will be revealed in Philadelphia, where Iverson and the 76ers host Brandon the Bulls. Next.
Allen Iverson and Aaron McKie and Larry Brown is their head coach. Iverson drops his shoulder, goes up, and goaltending will be called. Roughing. So Allen Iverson gets his first bucket.
A lot of guys, they push him to his right. Well, here he is going to his right. Beats Drew, lays it up off the glass, and Michael slaps it.
1-point ball game. Iverson, step back fadeaway jumper is good. Mercer did a nice job a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, on Stephon Marbury, John, but Iverson a little bit quicker than Marbury, yet well, he's a good choice to guard him. Is hold down those second chance points as Iverson drives in and lays it in. Boy, John, you talked about how quick he is. He gets that first step and the second step, taking over duties. Well, he almost left. Remember, he took a day off and said with just his first basket. Iverson goes around, lays it up and in. Freddie Hoiberg has got a tough matchup there. Ollie passes to Iverson on the wing. Iverson, quick jumper. Left side is good. And a steal by Allen Iverson. He's first in the league. And Freddie Hoiberg. Oh, 2-1 on the side. No way. He went for the ball. He went for the ball. Oh, well. They call it 2-1 on the side. He grabbed the ball, but
came down on his knee. Here he comes down.
And Tim Floyd is going out on the floor. I don't know, John. What do you think?
Well, it was a bad pass to start off with, and that is not a flagrant foul. Is crashing into him, knocking him into the baseline. That was a bad pass. Now watch where he reaches up, grabs, doesn't. Then he goes to offer the hand, and Iverson wants no part of that.
Missed the first. To me, that's just not a flagrant foul.
Right.
And changed Hoiberg's jump shot. Now Marcus Fizer will check in. Inside, Iverson with a pretty move for Philadelphia. Iverson with it on the wing. McCullough goes over to set the screen. Miller went to help out. Now Iverson, tough jumper left side is good. He can hit those.
And he can beat guys so well, and that's what Brown said. I'd rather have him.
Hal Greer, Dolph Shays, John Kerr. Bulls take the lead back. Again, a very high-scoring game. Iverson drives in, gives it off. McCullough lays it in. 10,000 adults, 21 and older in the United Center. And they'll go out to Iverson again. 10 shot clock. Iverson, fadeaway jumper is good again. He gives you that little crossover like he's going to penetrate, fades back, and just throws it up and in the first half. Now Iverson puts up a 3 and hits that. Wow.
27%, 27 points he's got in the game. Iverson with 27 first half points. A little bit of everything. Takes the ball in the basket, lays it up over everybody to knock it in. And look at his shot chart. He made 9, he missed 5.
Now pushes it up the floor. Bounces to Iverson, who lays it in. Iverson jumper is good from the left side. Allen had been quiet.
Looked like Mercer had a piece of that one. He and Benjamin did.
And Iverson stole the tip, comes down with it, and then Ruff comes over and ties him up. Bryce Drew's trying to help him up, and Allen didn't need it. Now here comes Fizer.
He was trying to call timeout, I think, you know.
Yep. That's what he was upset about.
Iverson
Bulls just cannot get into this up and down game with Philly. Iverson with Elamine on him, and his jumper is good. Nope. Bulls just cannot buy a bucket right now. Iverson drives up the floor, layup, missed it, but a dunk by Lynch. Nobody from the Bulls there.
Roman history, beware of the Ides of March.
Yeah, just had a tough ball game. 1 of 5. His jumper's off, rebound tap, and Iverson is there. Iverson pushes it up the floor and lays it in. Nobody back out of defense. Iverson on the wing. Takes a jumper left side, a 3 that hits nothing but the net. Here's Iverson. 40-point games, 22 in his career, 6 on the season, and the Sixers record, John, when he gets over 40, was just 10 and 11. For Elton now. Oh, and he lost it. He looked away and lost it. And Iverson comes up with it and makes the layup.
42 big boys.
The night before, a pretty good fight. Bulls again had the fourth quarter woes. There's Bryce Drew as he'll come off the floor along with the Bulls. $15 points in the fourth quarter for the Bulls, 22 for Philadelphia. And again, the Sixers get the win, 99-88. Eric and Norm, guys, Allen Iverson had 42 and the Sixers got the win.
Sixers host the Toronto Raptors.
He says Iverson now is doing the right things. He's showing that he's a leader. He's easy to coach. Now they talk about basketball issues and not all of this other junk that was between the two of them. One quick note on Iverson and the injury. I talked to him before the game. I asked him if he was anywhere near 100%. He said, no, not anywhere close. And his problem throughout the week was being able to cut back and forth left and right. So he said he'll have to see as the game starts how that knee will hold up during this game.
Here's Iverson against Mark Jackson. The double team comes, and he floats it in. Allen Iverson's first bucket. Mo Pete, as they call him, Morris Peterson.
You know, Iverson danced a little with the ball and then floated through the air to get his first bucket.
Here he is again against Mark Jackson. Fall away is good. Allen Iverson, he's 2 for 2.
This is a tough matchup for Mark Jackson for the one reason. His job is to keep him in front of him, and Iverson is quick enough and explosive enough.
Iverson off the screen, got an open look. He's hit his first 3.
Like he's off to a great start, and all of those are 15-footers. Carter answers.
Oakley missed everything, and Allen Iverson quickly to hit. Tyrone Hill beating the defense. Iverson spotted him.
Well, Allen Iverson on display here early. Good rebound and a better outlet. And Tyrone Hill gets on the scoreboard as a result.
1 of 3. And who could forget this summer in Sydney, this dunk over the French player 7'2" as he soared in for the slam. And everyone was talking about that all over Sydney for days. Carter, he's 2 for 4 now.
Tom, the first time we came in here with Allen Iverson, he did everything. You know, he took every shot, and he had to make all of the plays, and he didn't have any help. And now he's doing everything, but he's got help. 8 points here in the first quarter for Iverson. He knows that Larry Brown really appreciates everything he does. Carter.
Yeah, well, right back at you, Vince Carter.
Is to have an impact on these guys. They got to stop the ball, and right now they're not able to.
First foul. Lynch breaks up the pass. Here's Iverson in a hurry. All the way. Iverson got it. And 1.
I thought he was worried about cutting. I thought he was running about all these other things, and you put him out here, and this is one tough guy. He comes with a lot of heart, a lot of energy, got the crowd on their feet, and a chance for a 3-point play for Allen Iverson.
And he gets the free throw. Iverson with 13 points on 6 of 8 shooting. Toronto 38-22. You're watching the NBA on NBC.
Carter down in the post. You know they're going to run some people at him. He's able to squeeze that one off. The crowd wanted traveling here.
Against the Sonics. That's an 8.
Well, the story has been the answer in the first quarter of play. He tortured the defense of the Toronto Raptors as they were not aggressive. They didn't go to him, and he came to them in a big way. And so they're going to have to deal with Allen Iverson, who is on an early tear. We'll see if he gets re-energized. He had 11 points. Iverson.
No way to stop that.
Against the defense of Cleon Clark. Get back, big fella.
Then he threw it away right to Iverson, who anticipated the pass. And Iverson, perpetual motion to McKee. Good.
Well, that tells you the difference in the ball.
After the foul was committed, he was
Oakley back in the ball game.
4th in scoring in the league, number 1 in steals. Bounces that one through with a little body English. And off to the slow start.
He was out of shape, Tom. he finally got in shape, and look at the numbers that he's been throwing up here in January. Almost 50% from the field, and really improved Allen Iverson in terms of his scoring ability in the month of January. 33 points, and unless something bad happens in the second half, he should get 33 today.
Peterson, lob, and a jam by Carter.
Put his hand up. That's a signal. You throw it up here, I'll go and get it. And he put the cap on it. That's enough for Larry Brown. And the Toronto Raptors have gotten the 76ers to stand around and shoot the ball
in the quarter. The three-pointer. Good. Iverson gets his first basket in the third quarter. 3. Carter. That's a long-range 2.
Allen Iverson has not pulled the trigger on a lot of three-point efforts, but goes right over the top of Mark Jackson to get his first score.
Return to L.A. Drive baseline. Iverson with the reverse. Allen Iverson, 26. Carter for 3. Splash. Up your basketball.
And the reason that Iverson is able to get by, he comes from the wing, and the rest of the defense is reacting, and he comes underneath. Most of the time he's been trying to come through a stack at the top of the key.
By Oakley. Carter. Beautiful shot, Vince Carter. Carter missed 7 in a row at one time. Now he's hit 5 straight. Iverson for 3. Big basket, Allen Iverson.
Oakley.
2 seconds. Iverson for 3. Got it! The buzzer with a 3.
Barely getting his hands on it and letting it go. And relief from the fans here at the First Union.
Iverson with 32 points, 11 in that third. A third quarter that saw Toronto come back.
Offensive efforts have energized the defensive attitude of the Raptors. Iverson.
Allen Iverson. He scored 5 in a row now and has 34 in the game. No good. Iverson kept it alive and tapped it to McKee. He's doing everything. Here's a 3. And Jackson grabs him. He made an acrobatic little shot after the foul was called.
Then out of it, they come back to Iverson. This is no buzzer beater here.
And here we go again. Ollie, Iverson, good. Carter's follow off the offensive board. His first basket in a while.
Easier opportunities. Iverson.
Allen Iverson now once again over the 40-point mark. He has 41 points. It's his 6th game this season over 40. Carter spotted for 3. Carter against McKee, pulls up, shot good.
Oh, that's worth a timeout. And the Sixers in a 2-for-1 situation right now. They got to go quick. There's some confusion about who wants to shoot. McKee passes it up.
McKee's first bucket of the second half is a 3-pointer to tie it at 96.
To work the final 5. And Iverson and Carter, they've been talking to each other the entire ball game, been trading offensive flurries at one another. They tied in the 4th at 9. Iverson has the advantage, 41-34. For Allen Iverson, near steal.
Carter for three, tough shot. Players running at him from every angle, and Carter knocks down the three.
Put the pressure on the defense of Williams and the Toronto Raptors.
Knifing to the hoop, Iverson, basket counts, and one.
It's the overtime with the three, and then a traditional three-point effort coming up for Allen Iverson. Send it.
Iverson. Tough shot, people all over him. Carter even came to help out. He shot it over Williams and Carter, and he knocked it down. Allen Iverson with 45. He was pointing at Iverson, but he was pointing actually at the Toronto bench for calling the timeout. Here is Allen. Allen Iverson leading the Sixers back now. Timeout. They're down 3. Clark blocked by Lynch.
Great reaction by Lynch.
Here's Iverson. Got it. Iverson rolled it through.
With their attack right now coming to Iverson.
Carter reached in, nearly got it away. Iverson ducking up and under. Wow, what touch. What touch. It rolls in for him. He has 49 points to Carter. 2-on-1. Carter fouled and got it anyway. Oh, my goodness.
And you could tell he was coming hard, and Ali got him right underneath the armpit to knock him off balance. But it is Vince Carter's day.
49 points Iverson, 39 Carter. Iverson just got 3 more. But it's too little too late as the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 20 points late in the second quarter, come back to take the lead. Then they see Philadelphia push it back out, and they come back to win an overtime game in Philadelphia. So Allen Iverson with 51 points, all 10 Sixer points in overtime. Vince Carter with 39 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. A big factor in the game. Toronto's bench outscoring Philadelphia's bench 39-12. So in overtime, Toronto wins it. Coming up next, game 3 of our triple header, the Heat and the Lakers. For Steve Jones and Lewis Johnson, Tom Hammond saying so long from Philadelphia. You've been watching the NBA on NBC.
And let's look in the spotlight now for AutoZone. Speaking of Aaron McKie, he and Theo Ratliff, ex-Pistons, Eric Montross and Jerry Stackhouse, ex-Sixers. The trade was made December the 18th of 1998. Those are the numbers since then. Not necessarily the numbers this year. They'll have to play some D against Jerry Stackhouse for sure tonight. And here are the one-man bands. Better than Allen Iverson's. But Iverson is certainly special, as is Stack. Stack featured in Sports Illustrated. As they win the tap, Stack over McKie with a rainbow gun. He got it. 2. We played just about a minute and a half. We'll try to take it all the way to the rim. He and Michael Curry are on the floor. And you can see that Iverson felt that foul.
Now, he's a tough kid. He's played through a lot of injuries, and you can see right here, that's just hitting the brick wall as Mike Curry a second late, and they both go down.
That's not a bad foul at all by Michael Curry. They're bringing it in the paint. Ben Wallace gets it back. Stack open this time. Down it goes. They make him miss. He gets it back and drains it.
Well, give the credit to Theo Ratliff. So Joe has to knock down and give him the opportunity.
Iverson gets all the way to the rack. It counts and a foul.
He's like a rocket. I'm telling you, you can't appreciate exactly how quick he is watching on TV, folks, because he's faster here in person. The quick burst of speed in the lane, takes the hit, great balance in the air, and knocks it down.
Perfect description, like a rocket.
Time off the clock.
Back for 3 over McKie, and he does triple. Back to the drive. Tough ball away. He fills it up. Allen Iverson from downtown brings it. Triple. It's a 76ers timeout. Sixers 17, Pistons 13 on the Pistons television network.
Chucky Atkins type of shot.
Iverson taking the baseline. Foul before the shot.
So was Iverson.
Steal by Stack. He got from Kevin Holly, who's checked in. Stack all the way in. Puts it up and in.
Nice job of playing the passing lane again. We've seen Stack do this in the past. Anticipates well.
Deep on the wing to Stack. Thought about the three. Inside to Ben for the jam.
That's a good play. The extra pass we talked about it.
This is from deep.
George Irvin wanted a timeout in front of us before they took the shot. The Pistons didn't see him.
Iverson the other way.
We'll get one now, I guarantee you.
And we are tied.
He needs a situation, able to avoid contact, and those long arms don't hurt either.
Go, House, go, House.
Awesome anticipation. Off the dribble. Iverson, nothing but some sweet string music.
And Dana Barros was right.
Ben Wallace. Iverson. Down it goes late. They called it off before he jacked it up. Comes Kukoc for Philadelphia. Nice shovel ahead to Theo. Deep to George Lynch. Eric Snow.
Invaluable.
Eric Snow out with a stress fracture in his ankle. The ex-Michigan Stater will be back from the All-Star break time. George Lynch from the top. Philadelphia. Person so far. Iverson is only coach against Jerome. Great basket cut by
Great, but watch as Ben Wallace comes over. Breaks it and starts the fast break. Good help defense by Ben Wallace.
Philadelphia with 4 blocks, Pistons 3. Iverson with a long 2. Sinking feeling for Chucky, but somehow he got him to miss. Stack with a turn and gun, and the Pistons needed that. Stack against Ollie. Got it. Nothing but the bottom.
Look for the Sixers, try to get a 2-for-1 here.
In a hurry, Iverson. He hits it. Short. Off the deck to Chucky. Blocked by Theo Randall. Touches it to Lynch. Ahead to Iverson. This is the Pistons Television Network. With a sprained right wrist. And Aaron McKee coming off the flu. Down 17 at the half. Stack fires. He fills it up. That's a long deuce against Lynch. 4 on the clock. Dana Barros has to give it up, and Iverson's right there as it rolled off his hand. Philadelphia. Iverson's open. He hits it.
Boy, that play was set up for Iverson, the screen for Iverson. Usually he would come down over here, but he reads the defense by Barros, and he'll go across the floor. They get it to him, and you'll see what happens. He doesn't need much time. They clear out that far side and catch and shoot. Nothing but bottom for Allen Iverson. And again, one of the leading candidates for MVP. He has had that kind of season.
They lost it to Dana. Iverson brings it.
Doesn't need much room.
Shot clock inside 10. Joe Smith blindsided by Iverson.
Defensive intensity has been the reason why they've gotten back in this ball game.
5 seconds. Here's a fall away with 3 seconds. Down it goes. The 76ers, as you see their mascot, with a great takeoff.
How about that?
Well, has a rich tradition.
A variety of moves for Allen Iverson and a variety of ways to score. Inside, outside, off the break. Great hands defensively, and he's everything that's advertised.
Pistons get
this year. He's had 30 plus.
For Philly. Planet Solutions, your team to link network. Iverson against Barros. If he's open for a minute, nails it.
Play. He sees what's ahead. Ducks underneath and switches to the left hand. You see the foul there. Bushler, I guess, got him. Did they call him?
Yeah. Okay. For Philadelphia.
Again, you can come off Sanchez. He's not looking to shoot.
Iverson gets McCullough. Great throw falls. Back deep to Ben Wallace for the dunk.
Good look. Jerry head up, anticipating the double coming.
Working against Chucky. Off balance leaner, and he nearly nailed that as he drew the foul.
Played them all.
Minute and 50 left. Iverson, the step back gun, he got it.
So Cat quit, and that's his 24th career 40 or more point game.
Rattled that one home. 42 for Iverson.
And they hit the century +1 mark.
Jerry Stackhouse triples. Here are the two big scorers tonight with 42. Now 43. And 44 as both free throws fall.
Iverson out of the game. He pretty much finished them all. 50.6 seconds short of 48 minutes.
You look at the scoring leaderboard in the NBA. You saw two of the top three here tonight. They win this ball game 105-89.
Eric Snow missed 32 with a broken ankle. He is the point guard tonight with Allen Iverson, his compatriot, in the backcourt.
Guards from North Carolina that become coaches, huh?
They're pretty good.
Tells you a lot about.
Great job for Philadelphia. They miss him. Knocked away from behind by Iverson. Lynch finds him. And Snow cuts off Robinson. It's an easy deuce for Iverson.
The Bucks should have the ball. And they score.
Iverson on the three. Iverson behind the back. Foul Pope against Lynch.
Iverson can push the ball, Jim, behind the back because he gets even Pope leaning to Iverson thinking he's going to take it all the way, but that left the wing open. Be a key factor in the ball game. It already is.
Irvin Johnson in the game for the Bucks with Sam Cassell, Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, and Scott Williams. Allen Iverson from the perimeter.
Jim, I think they can go inside on this team, too, without Ratliff. They don't have a great shot blocker, so get in on them like Iverson just did on the Bucks.
Tony Kukoc did not play in Philadelphia's last game, a rather resounding loss to Houston. Allen Iverson again. He had 26 against the Rockets in scoring.
Well, Ray Allen's off to a great start, Jim. He has 7 points, but he's very active on and off the ball, aggressive and very sure of himself. At the other end, well, who else? It's Allen Iverson doing what he does well, shooting the jumpers, going to the basket, slashing inside to the land of the Giants, and finishing for 11 points at this point in the ballgame.
Against David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and the San Antonio Spurs. Allen Iverson. 13 by Eric Snow. Allen Iverson said, hey, come on, he got me.
What you can do is, like George said at the start of the game,
second in the league in scoring. Advantage of 3 inches on Iverson. Allen gets the job on this end. He's tough.
When you can step back, shoot the jumper the way he does with his quickness, you just got to hope he misses. That's all you can do.
Iverson 3. And that silences the crowd on the line for 2. Your ultimate sports connection. First Cassell, then Williams. Iverson squirting like a water bug. And stats updates. Iverson has 25 points. He's perfect from the line in 5 attempts. 26 in the first half. He's in passing the 10,000 point mark. The only player from his draft year of 94 to reach it as Iverson hits, and the only player from 93 to get to 10,000 as Allen.
Really great ones play here, Kareem and Oscar.
Iverson from the corner again.
He's one of those guys, Jim, that can shoot well on the move.
That's well done. Iverson finds Hill. Doesn't get the call. Bust out Iverson. Jam. 72-69 Philadelphia.
It was the Sixers at halftime with
20 points on 9 of 11 out of Cassell, Allen, and Robinson. Double the drama. Movies and Bucks basketball. Tonight, the drama is enough right here. Iverson hits the deuce. He has 37 points. Allen Iverson on the line again.
Jim, this is staggering. Third quarter, rebounding, Bucks 15, Philly 5. Keep him going right. The Sixers, one of those teams that can score a lot of points quickly because of him.
He gets them right back, John. 3 for Iverson. Allen Iverson.
Wide open. Good screen, diagonal.
43 points. Iverson, and he'll shoot.
Jim, I can't say enough about reloads. Reloads. People, teams score on reloads. And it's Tyrone Hill again beating the Bucks. Look at it. Well, that was the finish. Now watch Iverson lean in. Let's see. Wow. Huge three-point play. You didn't want to give up three. If you gave anything, you want to give two.
Oh, they get it again. Iverson. What appeared to be a three-point opportunity. He missed the free throw. They got the reload back. He scored a deuce.
Side right here. Bucks should be putting this one away.
This for the lead. They lob it in, and that's it. The Philadelphia 76ers have held off the Bucks in a very entertaining, well-played basketball game for the most part. George Karl may disagree with that in total. 107-104, Philadelphia. Oh, it could have been a big night for the Bucks. Philadelphia 37-14. The Bucks are now 29-19, 19-7 on the home court. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
Minutes at the center position. And Michael Doliak as well. Don Reed played well in the game against Washington on Wednesday night.
The real key for the Magic here is seeing if they can find a way to get in the transition game.
Teammates running with him. T-Mac picks up the loose ball and lays it in. They almost botched a 3 on 0 fast break. Here's Iverson over Armstrong. Iverson 2 for 2. We're tied at 6.
Good pace.
They've got the big shot blocker Ratliff in the middle. McGrady knocked away by McKee. Iverson beats Armstrong.
Well, let's see. Fact of the matter is, it's Allen Iverson with the ball in the open floor, and you know chances of him passing it out on that one are very slim. So you can argue it as much as you want, but he had his eyes on the rim. You know that.
He took 30 shots in the game last night. Defended by Hill. Locked down in there by Ratliff. Iverson puts it on the floor. He's challenged, but he drills it. 10 points for Iverson in the period. Strong thought the same thing.
As I say, if Iverson gets that close to the basket.
Player still does 25.
Comment in the Orlando paper today was that's for the 3. He'll put it up.
Instead, he drives to the basket to give Philly a 4-point lead. Oh, dangerous pass. Iverson's back. He leads the league in steals, and he gets the assist to Jones.
A lot of distance on that pass attempt.
Brady on the drive. T-Mac's 3rd field goal of the night cuts the lead back to 5.
Oh, that was a beautiful game. Gorgeous game.
Iverson for 3. 18 first-half points for the MVP candidate. Defender, and he forced the turnover. Jones shovels it ahead to Iverson. 20 points for Allen Iverson. Shot clock is ticking down. Armstrong to McGrady. Big bucket with 1 second on the shot clock for McGrady. The Magic. McKee. Great pass, and McGrady is fouled on the play.
You might see it better here. It's low, but McGrady catches it in stride, takes it home.
Ratliff over the back with his first personal foul of the night. Nice. And McGrady makes this a 6-point game. McGrady wants none of that. Ratliff blocks his shot. The loose ball is run down by Doliak.
Oh, man.
Taken away by Iverson. Outlaws there, and a foul. Somehow he scores.
Well, that hurts, see, because he could have just run the timeout. I mean, I know that was about a 5-second differential, but you could have just run some time on the clock. And Karl Armstrong just doesn't know Iverson's there. Not. Now watch how quickly he gets a move here.
Might have committed an offensive foul as he pushed off Armstrong. Pretty obvious foul there.
I don't know why they don't call that.
Outlaw feeds McGrady for the two-handed jam.
McGrady. Beautifully done over Lynch.
Well, and T-Mac won the same foul there that
Tipped away and stolen. McGrady cherry picking at the other end. To the rim and beyond. T-Mac and the Magic lead by 1. Iverson pops out top, drives on Armstrong. Rainbow shot over Outlaw, cuts the lead to 2. It away from Iverson.
Well, this has been a fun matchup.
Iverson a hop step, tosses one in.
Or else he's going to get 60.
Iverson now with 31 points. Pass telegraphed it, but got away with it. Iverson lobs it for Buford. The Sixers cut the lead to 6.
That's why he's first in the league. Nice alley-oop pass there. Boy, that was
up on Charlotte here recently. And Eastern has been hot and cold on the line tonight. Iverson for 3. Allen Iverson cuts the lead to 5 with 6:09 left.
It's just love to play.
Iverson. Philadelphia goes into the lead.
No help defense there. That to call it the same way. I understand it on the floor and guys banging him as he goes to the basket.
Against the #1 team in the NBA, the Philadelphia 76ers, but Allen Iverson has dropped 40 points on the Magic tonight. Well, here we go. Iverson on the dribble against Armstrong. On the drive and a foul, and it counts.
See, I would be real surprised. Now, how do you blow that whistle again? You knew he was going to take it right on to the basket. And Monty Williams needs to back off because he doesn't need a technical. Well, and see, Tracy McGrady, can you get that same call once? I don't think so.
Philly by 1, still ample time left with Iverson at the line. 2-point lead for the Sixers. The Magic will use their 22nd timeout. Allen Iverson, 43 points in the game. 4-point lead for Philadelphia. Iverson over Armstrong. Double overtime. Making big plays. Mike Miller in the 3rd period. Don Reed. Iverson driving in close, gives to Lynch. Magic don't want to foul, and Lynch lays it in.
And you have to score when you get opportunity.
Iverson, and oh, by the way, layup with 9.5 seconds left in the second overtime.
Maybe they won't foul here and just let the time run out. Let's get this thing over with. Boy, what a win. What a tremendous win. What a tremendous road trip, for that matter.
Absolutely. Doc Rivers, proud of his basketball team. And you and I have been marveling all night, Goose, at how this thing was going, and the Magic battling back from an early deficit.
And getting the start tonight. Allen Iverson stepping back and hitting the first shot of the game.
And that was just a great move. Kobe was behind on that screen. Also have 2 teams who are excellent defensive rebounding.
Iverson going in, and it drops for him. So Kobe Bryant with the tough assignment, guarding Allen Iverson, who has hit the first 2 shots. Iverson gambling for the steal, winds up on the floor, and Kobe Bryant's first shot is a good one.
Becoming a better point guard at that, and he's really rounding into an outstanding young player.
Last night, after missing 7 straight games with a strained lower back, Iverson stepping back for 3, hits it. Allen Iverson now with 9 points, and the Sixers again up by 5.
Such a streak shooter that you never know when he's going to go on that torrid run, and right now he's having a banner first quarter.
4:09 remaining in the first quarter of this big matchup, as the Sixers have run off 7 in a row, as the Lakers did moments ago. This is Allen Iverson's first game at home since his brilliant all-star performance Sunday. The East down 21 with a little over 9 minutes to play, rally to win. And Allen Iverson with spectacular play, and no question he's matured after the game. Where's Coach Brown, he said to the crowd. And Allen Iverson has made strides, Hubie.
Well, if you look at it right there, you're seeing a 25 points with the field goals, assists, and steals, etc. 15 in the 4th quarter. But he is on fire during the months of January and February. He is averaging 35 points a game. One more dribble, even gone for the shot block down in deep.
And Moran Harper unable to. tonight as Iverson hitting his second three, has 13 in the game. Very much in the thick of things in the Eastern Conference. Iverson goes strong to the basket off the glass and gets it. 15 points, and Iverson putting on a first quarter show. Sixers playing for the last shot. Iverson finds an open McCullough, who stuffs it through with 2 seconds.
Look out, look out.
And there is Shaq.
Yes.
And it counts. Shaq gets it on the other end with 0.8 of a second to go.
Crossing half court. Stay back whenever a player is back there. This is a great dunk, but watch how quickly the Lakers jump out. Why? Because Shaq is still on the other side of half court. This is a great look and a terrific pass to Shaq at the other end. That's why you tell your guys, come on.
Kukoc, McCullough, Jones, as you say, the fifth man, and there is Kukoc, long range, hitting the three.
Turn, you don't block him out, he's on the offensive glass.
Here's Iverson. Snow to Iverson. Talk about a burst of speed. Measure of him. Shaw going up, and Bryant follows with the stuff.
Once again.
Iverson trying to split Bryant and Shaq, and hits the floor, helped up by Shaquille O'Neal.
For a layup. See, if you lose contact with guys in the NBA who can change direction, that's the end result right there.
He is second to Iverson, 17 for the game scorers. Iverson now has 19 points, and Allen Iverson, after 49 on the road last night, has lost no energy from last night, it appears.
Not at all, and he's shooting a high percentage, and he has quite a number of assists here tonight.
Here's Kobe Bryant hitting the three. So sooner or later, you know, Bryant will emerge as a scorer.
There's that back door again.
Iverson gets the lay-in. Nothing Shaq could do.
Same thing. They continue to come at you with that 2-2-1. Nice.
Nazir Muhammad blocks Rick Fox inside, and Iverson brings it up.
Oh, pretty.
2:20 to go, and Muhammad, he blocked it at one end and scored at the other.
And that's a rewarding a big man who's blowing down the middle of the floor.
Kobe Bryant rewards himself with a great first step drive down the middle. Iverson going right around Rick Fox, 3-on-1, and the behind the back pass. Nazir Muhammad, and the basket counts in a foul. Pretty play by the Sixers.
You always want to do when you're running the lanes. Keep your hands up above your waist and be ready, because Iverson tonight is really finding people.
He has 6 assists. Floor. We'll watch this. Kobe Bryant with the jumper. Kobe Bryant.
You can't send.
Oh, what a way! Iverson goes high to steal it from Shaw and draws the foul.
A three-point play. This is just a beautiful athletic move by Iverson as he steps through. Watch this right here.
And he makes the first free throw. So Kobe Bryant picking up his 3rd personal foul, and Allen Iverson now looking for his 23rd point of the game. Does this man not run out of energy here? There you see, leading the NBA in steals per game. Piece of that ball. I think he was just missed.
See, that's the 3rd one that he's had in there that he has not put down.
Kobe Bryant with an athletic move in the lane.
Points and rebounds.
And not getting into foul trouble.
That's right.
Iverson leaves it for Hill. Hill has played a big game tonight. There you saw Nazir Muhammad on the bench as Allen Iverson comes off the screen for the shot. He has 25. Nazir Muhammad with a career-high 12 points down to this point. 8-point lead. Kobe Bryant cuts it to 6 with a nifty knifing move.
That was beautiful. See, Philadelphia is picking up at half court. Triangle, and they're taking seconds off the clock.
Screen and roll to Shaquille O'Neal from Kobe Bryant. Put the basketball in. And a 3-on-2. Iverson pulls back and hits his second field goal of this quarter.
He needed that day. And I was kind of surprised because they had a 3-on-2 in that situation.
Quarter, and here's Iverson with his last basket. Returning. Here's Snow with time running out on the shot. Oh, yes! It's a long three. Over their season's average, and we still have another quarter to go. Kukoc. What a well-executed play by Kukoc in particular.
All of a sudden, 2 young guys are stepping up and just giving it to you.
As the steal, and Iverson driving the baseline, blocked by Isaiah Ryder. Iverson again, and it goes. Allen Iverson with 29 points, and what a dynamo he has been all year, really, for Philadelphia. And the steal, and here's Hill, head to Iverson, and he caught it like a wide receiver. Oh, baby! Allen Iverson caught that pass like a wide receiver in the NFL and laid it in. He's got 31.
look, and then pass. We told you from the very first quarter, they have been looking long for the man releasing. And you got to give a lot of credit to the Sixers. They have made it happen because there is
bench. And Allen Iverson now with 32 points. With nearly 3 minutes have gone by here in the fourth quarter. Iverson with Matson defending Kukoc. Hill gets free inside. And it looks like the Sixers are playing with a half a dozen guys out.
Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around, love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I don't know if I'm being foolish, don't know if I'm being wise, but it's something that I must believe in, and it's there when I look in your
imposing record, and they were up by 12. Here's Iverson. Fall away. What can this man not do?
Well, he took a few minutes off in that third quarter.
8% from the field tonight. QB 14,
and he's shooting 45%. Now, the people have just appreciated his outstanding effort here this evening. 38 points, 9 assists, and 3 steals. He's kept the pressure on all night long, and he's made the big play. And it's not necessarily always the... Also know that Kukoc and Snow are coming back and are not at 100%, and you get an effort like we're seeing tonight. Outstanding.
Well, Allen won the MVP award at the All-Star game. He still can get the league award, and here is his free throw and 40 points tonight in 40 minutes. And the 76ers 8-3 in the 11 games, and Allen Iverson has gone over 40, so he can make it 8-3, and he will get the ovation as he comes out now. Well-deserved, a brilliant effort for Allen Iverson, leading the Sixers in a convincing win tonight over the Lakers.
Well, I like what Larry Brown did. As soon as that ball was thrown in, he told Ollie to foul.
Thanks very much, Dick. Allen, Shaquille O'Neal is back for them. You guys are down 2 big men, but you like to say it's not how big you are, it's how big your heart is. And was that what we saw here tonight?
Definitely. And we knew we were outmatched, and we didn't have 2 of our best big men. Well, 2 of our big men, because, our other big men stepped up big tonight, Nazir Muhammad and Todd McCullough. But, we just knew we had to come out here and play ball. Everything was against us, being that we didn't have our big guys. So everybody else got to step up, and that's what they did.
The patience on the offensive end and then the great rotation defensively. Where did that come from in terms of staying focused for all 48 minutes?
Coach Brown, that's something he stressed all the time. Regardless of how well our offense is going, if we can't throw a rock in the ocean, and we know if we play defense, we got a chance to win games. And we've been through it as a team, so we understand that concept and we just play that way.
I know you're all about the team right now, but if I told you that you have now surpassed Kobe in the scoring column, doesn't matter.
I won scoring titles. I've won a scoring title before. I've broken a couple records, and that's that's not something I'm thinking about. I won a championship. That's what separates the great players from the average players, winning the championship.
Allen, great performance by you and all your teammates tonight.
All right, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to my family, my friends, my wife. I love y'all. See you when I get home.
Thanks much. Dick?
He's entitled to wish him to everyone he wants. 40 points, only 7 fewer than Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant combined.
Allen Iverson, Eric Snow, George Lynch, Nazir Muhammad for the 2nd straight, and Tyrone Hill.
Been getting there quite a bit. He probably should have been there a couple more times.
Later tonight, more than likely, coming off the bench. Iverson for 3, and he hit it. His 3-point percentage has improved, and now he's hit a 3 in 11 straight games.
Look at Denver, or at the talent.
And swiped by Muhammad, who had the Sixers' only block Wednesday night against the Lakers. Iverson nearly stripped, but he gets 2 anyway. Allen Iverson, his 2nd field goal. Team. Iverson has 1 to beat at Sterling. Snow for Muhammad, hit and foul hard. And he is 3rd all-time on the franchise's games played list. Iverson strong to the hoop, and Allen has hit his first 3. In the first, we have a timeout as the Sixers have doubled up the Los Angeles Clippers thus far tonight. And Iverson, who's second in the NBA in steals, swipes another. Behind the back against Dooling. All the way to the hook for two!
Allen Iverson with the steal. Let's take a look at the push by Allen. The long stride and the reach, getting a kiss off the glass for Allen.
Coming by way of the dunk is, take a look at the second leading steals guy in the NBA, Allen Iverson.
Olowokandi now with two bad passes right to Allen Iverson. He's been open on both of those passes.
Is Dooling forcing the issue, and Iverson wraps it up for the Sixers, and here they come again. Dooling goes for the steal. Allen almost made him pay with a setup there of McCullough. It goes out of bounds, and the Sixers will keep it with 19 to shoot.
Allen spinning away from Dooling. Nice pass to Todd McCullough. And on the inbounds pass, there's absolutely nothing the Clippers could do.
They double up on Odom. Iverson, another swipe. He's got Dooling, and he'll take him. Is it a goaltend on Odom?
Yeah.
Score two and a foul.
Odom double teamed. Allen Iverson just cutting right in front of Dooling and then taking it to the hoop. And then after the ball hits the glass.
Of 1996. Iverson swiped it from him. Now he takes on Richardson, who blocked a shot. Allen gets it again and strokes it.
Allen just taking it to the floor. Richardson actually playing pretty good defense on Allen. Now the 76ers offense is clicking. They're giving up more points, but they're scoring more as well, as Allen Iverson proves that point as he drops another deuce from about 13 feet in the
stumbling forward. Iverson tracked by McInnes. Allen will take him and score.
Allen just running right at you. 2-on-1 opportunity here. Allen Iverson getting the bucket, blowing right by the lone defender.
Iverson, who covers a lot of territory. The three, it would have counted. All cotton for Allen Iverson. That was for two, and he's got 26. Iverson to work on Odom, takes him strong and gets two, as Allen now with 28
on the baseline.
Very much a game, the Sixer lead, shriveling to 6. Iverson, just when the Sixers need the deuce, buries it. After tonight's clash between the 76ers and the Clippers, we'll tell you everything you need to know about what you saw in the previous 48 minutes. Dodge presents 76ers post-game live. Michael Barkan. Beautifully done. Iverson for three. That's beautifully done as well, as Allen. Iverson's got McCullough. The spot is made. The block by Rooks. The follow by Iverson, who now has 35. Suddenly the Sixer lead at 13. Back door open. Iverson can't finish. Gets his own miss and scores it. Allen now with 37.
Little backdoor cut. No help coming from the Clippers. Allen just getting his own miss, taking it right back up. Boy, you see a situation like that where guys ISO.
Kukoc thinking threes, the Sixers' best. Oh, what a play to McCullough, who wraps it around and scores. Start the chant MVP. Right to Iverson to work on McInnes. Tough two, and he hit it. Allen Iverson now with 41 points.
Not into effect. Singular wireless call of the game. Off the screen by Tyrone with Olowokandi coming out with his hands up.
For this trip to the line here, the technical foul on Lamar Odom. As Iverson will take a seat with 42 points. Again, the third straight game of 40 or more. Eric Snow, for some reason, going back to the Sixer locker room. But again, for Allen, 40 or more in 3 straight. The first time he's done that since his rookie year, when he set the NBA record of 40 or more in 5 straight. That, of course, included the 50 he dropped on the Cavaliers at realize that Larry Brown is about to get his 1,000th victory as a professional coach going back to the ABA. Certainly that one realized by a former pupil in Alvin Gentry. And look, there's the president, Pat Croce, to bring Larry Brown out to the floor to acknowledge the fact that tonight he has made history. 1,000 wins as a pro coach, and Pat Croce to present him with the ball. Due ceremony and well deserved. All told for Larry Brown, 1,177 wins in his coaching career, including his time in college, and they rise here at the First Union Center.
We congratulate Coach Brown. Coach, I want to hear you say something.
Thanks so very much. My 4 years here has been as good as any time I've ever had in my life, and it's all because of this team and you fans. Thank you very much.
Larry Brown, who at one point thought he'd eventually become a high school history teacher and a high school basketball coach. But Dean Smith, his college basketball coach at North Carolina, gave him a call, said, Larry, come on over and be an assistant.
To beat the West, when Allen Iverson was named the MVP of that game in Washington. And one of his teammates that night was the big fella, Dikembe Mutumbo.
You ever want. Not only do you have the league's best record here, you got them trying to make the adjustment of a new superstar on their roster.
And Iverson scores 12 seconds into the ballgame to make him a little bit slower. Castillo could run the floor so well. Iverson dances inside. Has the first 4 points.
He has that escapability, doesn't he? Can beat you off the dribble. That's why it's very important to cut his dribble penetration. If you let him go to the hoop, he will kill you.
Stack against Snow. There's a very good defender, as we know. The pull-up, and it goes.
Watch Iverson is able to use that little screen by Mutombo, split 2 defenders, get all the way to the basket with no resistance. And then after that, Stackhouse going on Snow. Double team coming a little bit late.
Key Moore now is going to get a lot more playing time in this particular type of situation. Down low, Mutombo tries again. Patiently scores. Rebound squirts out to Iverson. He'll pop and hit for 2. He's shooting 42% from the floor this season.
Easy catch and shot for the little guy.
Hill down the floor to a leaking Iverson. Perfect catch, perfect pass for 2. Oh, that was beautiful.
You couldn't have drawn that up any better. That was an excellent pass by Tyrone Hill. I mean, on the run, in stride. All Iverson had to do was catch it over the shoulder like a football wide receiver, and it was 2 points.
Yeah, you can call this a touchdown. Sixers lead by 10. With 8 of their first 14 points.
And he's 4-4 from the floor, and he's gotten them in a variety of ways. Getting dribble penetration, the step back jumper right there, this rebound which finds him, and then finally, Fred, Tyrone Hill, the court length pass, which is what I really like, because I think as a rebounder, your first look should be up the floor.
In McDonald's gift certificates, 2 tickets went up, 17-6 Philly. 17-8. Stackhouse has a couple of hoops. Looking at Joe Smith. Rebound to the gang in black again. Iverson got it. How about that? Smallest man on the floor.
Chucky Atkins ended up putting it down for 3, but then here's Iverson, as you mentioned, the smallest guy in a crowd, able to get the rebound. He had a shot that time because of their movement and their activity level.
Iverson behind the back. Stack called for it to the corner. A 3 ball.
As long as they can get the movement.
Stackhouse against the ex-Piston McKee. They were in that same trade. Stack fires and scores. Pistons matching them here. Iverson looks inside to Matt Geiger, who just checked in for 2.
Defensively, they've made things pretty tough for Philadelphia over the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Barrow stays with Iverson, made him take a tough shot, still scores, and he is fouled. Man. Continues at the Palace. Great start here in Auburn Hills, just a 6-point difference. The league, Allen Iverson right now, but look at their numbers, remarkably similar, Greg. Iverson at 42%, Jerry actually a little bit better 3-point shooter.
If you don't have just an absolutely wide open high percentage shot.
Long bomb McKee for 3. Playing up front to start the second quarter for Larry Brown. Iverson the follow-away. 2 more.
Man, you got to keep him out of the lane. Iverson screaming at the referee, thought he was fouled on that play.
So he tries a bomb. And, of course, he hits it. For 3, Iverson with 20. Doesn't quite make up for the 4 that he missed, but you see he's still pleading for some sort of whistle. The igniter, Allen Iverson.
Check Iverson out. Now, he feels like he's been fouled for the 2nd time and no call. Argues, complains, but remember I said earlier, even when he doesn't have the ball, he's dangerous because eventually he gets the ball. And he pops for the 3, and that gives him 20, and we are barely into the second quarter.
By the way, caller, go online to place your order. 2. Snow backside steal. Look at behind the back to Iverson. Oh, is that pretty? Iverson against Atkins. The follow-away goes. They lead by 22. Iverson has 24. Mentioned trio. Iverson.
It's almost hard to go away from Iverson with the show. Oh, no question. Just look at this footage. Mutumbo, he'll only get 2 blocks out of this, but just his very presence has caused a lot of hesitation. Just problem after another for the Pistons. There's the rejection on Jerry Stackhouse, and this is why the Philadelphia 76ers brought Mutumbo over.
It doesn't matter when you have Allen Iverson at your side scoring and shooting the way he has here tonight. 7 points.
Check out Iverson splitting defenders. This is off the dribble, folks. This is what we mean by getting your own offense. And here, an offensive rebound and a second chance point in a crowd. Once again, creating for himself. Guys that can put it on the floor and get their own offense are almost unguardable. Stackhouse has that ability too, but just hasn't had many openings in this game. Here facing up and then taking his man off the dribble with the little fade.
Back to Stack against Snow. Jerry on the base for 2. His first hoop since the opening quarter. Prior at the defensive end.
I get it, and he lets the official know exactly how he felt about it. Iverson's got the same beat down on the other end as he picks himself up off the floor. But it has helped the Pistons in their effort until that.
Iverson on the cut, beautifully forwarded by Aaron McKee.
Stave off Detroit's rally, at least for a moment.
Really happy they didn't. 20-point game of Stackhouse attacks and scores. Barros, second thought to Stack. Got it for 2. I've run here. Barros defending Iverson. The bump, no whistle, and a bucket.
That hurt.
So Iverson hits the tap.
Getting him in the mix, making him a part of the offense.
Stackhouse open, and he hits it. McKee was picked off too. Floor is spread. Stackhouse, bingo for 3. And Jerry now has 20.
Just crossed another hurdle.
Calls that Michael Jordan and the great players had gotten over the years.
I would have given it to Mutumbo because
it was just a little bit too low. Alley-oop inside. Lynch from Iverson.
Iverson will lull you to sleep thinking he's going to shoot it every time, and just when you're ill-prepared, he throws a pass.
Mutumbo to Iverson. You're going to see a lot of that. Iverson scores, and he is fouled. Well, you could see that in a 2-man game or a toss to him and Iverson, as he likes to do, slice in the lane.
It's always moving, so it makes it very difficult to guard him. You get no moment to relax. We've showed him a couple of times tonight without the basketball, seemingly out of the play. Then all of a sudden, he has the basketball and he's scoring, and it's too late. This time, he moves looking for the pass, which Mutumbo delivers. Fred, you know, if you look...
Iverson's follow-up. 2 more, give him 40.
Mates, they all settle and play their roles. You know, they understand their roles, and they understand how they're going to get to the summit.
Mutumbo. It's going to be interesting to watch this team in the playoffs. Certainly a huge favorite to get themselves to the NBA Finals as long as everybody stays healthy.
No question about it. The best just got better. Philadelphia, this is a very good basketball team, both ends of the floor, and I don't think the chemistry is going to be that much disrupted at all. They like each other. I think they all got their eyes on a very big prize.
Allen Iverson. If you guess correctly, you might win $25 in McDonald's gift certificates, 2 tickets to a Pistons home game, and Fox Sports Net apparel. Join us for our next telecast Sunday night to see if you've won. So this spring and even perhaps deep into the summer, but they love having the big fella, Dikembe Mutumbo, wearing the Philadelphia blonde. The next Pistons game on our telecast Sunday when they host the Cleveland Cavaliers. Coverage begins with a pregame show at 7:30. Now from our partners Greg Kelser and Mickey York, I'm Fred McLeod saying so long from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Once again, our final score, the Pistons gallantly fought but fell 99-78. You've been watching Pistons basketball on Fox Sports Net, where you'll see the regional sports report coming up tonight at 11. Now stay tuned for the national sports report. It's coming up next. We'll see you Sunday night here from Auburn Hills. Good night.
And of course, Allen Iverson, the answer. And Iverson, of course, averaging 39 over the last 6 points. Well, the Hornets come out as Allen Iverson checks out the game ball. Sixers in there just back 6 games ago. Iverson gets the game's first basket with a soft jump shot from the wing.
34 years old, that could be true, could not be.
Iverson penetrates. Mutumbo baseline.
Now the Hornets have gotten 2 offensive rebounds. We said that's going to be key.
Steal by Iverson. He'll get it back from Snow. 2-on-1 Lynch. Back to Iverson, and here's Mashburn to defend. Iverson with a pair on a fadeaway jump shot to make it 4-2 Philadelphia.
So the problem with him is that you must.
Iverson hitting 39 points over the last 6 because it strengthens their bench with Iverson hitting the shot. Allen Iverson leads all scorers with 8 points. Philadelphia up 12-6, shooting 55% here early. The Hornets shooting 30%. Well, Eddie Robinson is in the ball game now for Charlotte.
Eddie Robinson now. Watch this situation. Eddie Robinson will be asked to guard.
He replaces Wesley in the lineup.
Well, Iverson may drive on him.
Here's the long 3. Well,
didn't get up soon enough. Got to get up a lot sooner than that. Up to the basket to take a good jumper.
Widen that gap of points in the paint. It goes to Iverson on a nice feed from Eric Snow. 13 points.
Them getting down into their offense.
Iverson catch, shoot, and score off balance even.
Great shooter because he will miss several in a row in quarter. Well, he's a big finish from
Mutumbo out. Iverson on the wing. Robinson there to guard him. The 3 ball is good. That's the second 3-pointer for Allen Iverson, who's already rushed to 20 here. Lynch. Iverson, big cover with McGlure. And McGlure didn't challenge him enough. Iverson with 22 here in the first half. This half. Iverson with the ball. Going sideways and hits. 24 points for Allen Iverson. Iverson on the wing, sets the shot away. Good screen set by Hill, and Wesley got caught in traffic. Throw line. He's up there for 2
shots.
Exactly. McKee has it. Iverson runs the floor and get only his second field goal of the 3rd quarter. And that gives him 30 for the night.
It's advantage when he's on the court if they try to use him offensively.
Here's Iverson trying to pick his way in, and the drive works. Allen Iverson with 32.
He's pretty much automatic.
Just cutting up. Into the corner, Iverson. There's the bench story tonight. Eddie Robinson, a good part of that. Iverson maintains control, shoots it off balance, fighting away, and he's got 37 points.
In the half court.
Iverson backs up, fires. Oh, he got that one. I don't know if Eddie Robinson could do anything more. Iverson at the top. Eddie Robinson guarding him, gets behind him, and a high banker off the square over the outstretched arms of P.J. Brown. Iverson. David Wesley matched up with him as Eddie Robinson's getting a rest. Here's Iverson for 3. Oh, my goodness. 44 points for Allen Iverson. That's his 3rd 3-ball of the night. And on the shot clock, Iverson. Checked by Davis. Iverson makes his move, takes the shot. 47 points for Allen Iverson. Well, no doubt, it's Allen Iverson. 47 points. That's his 13th game of 40 or better. 17 out of 32 from the floor and 10 of 10 from the free throw. Here's Iverson. Steal by Baron Davis. The Charlotte Hornets will end Philadelphia's 7-game win streak and finish this off. Will the basket count?
No.
It won't. It doesn't matter. David Wesley seals the deal with a 3-pointer with 5.9 seconds left. Baron Davis makes it stand up with a steal out of the hands of Allen Iverson. And the Charlotte Hornets reach the 30-win plateau and tie their season series with Philadelphia.
It's Allen Iverson who leads the NBA in scoring and steals. Along with Eric Snow, they'll be in the backcourt for the losing streak the other night. The 2-game losing streak matching their largest of the season when they beat the Heat here 79-69 the day after Miami disposed of Washington. Iverson pulls up on the jumper. Allen Iverson averaging almost 31 points a game. That is #1 in the NBA. On an errant pass, and the Sixers run 2-on-1. Iverson, beautiful move.
Now he has to make the right pass. He had
fouled by Whitney. So the Wizards with a couple of errant passes and their 3rd turnover. That's best. Great pass to Hill. Score it.
You got to have people running the floor. That time your big man, Tyrone Hill.
With 1:48 to go, Philadelphia on an 11-4 run. Geiger in the game as well. He's down low with Popeye Jones. Here's Iverson short jumper, gets the bounce.
Geiger almost a forgotten man.
To leave the Hoya program after Buford double pump. Iverson tips it in over Jones. An amazing play. He finds a lane. No good, but the follow by Buford. Well, Allen Iverson is the indisputable king of NBA scoring, and he's showing that tonight. 4 of 9 from the field. He's got 9 points, a rebound, and an assist, and he's played in all 15 minutes of this game.
He comes up with an amazing amount of energy. That time tipping the ball in over Popeye Jones.
Well, Leitner wanted a foul. 8 rebounds for Dikembe. Buford, tough shot, one-handed.
Said no, he pointed, said that's
5 straight 40-point games. Iverson pushes one up, nothing but net. 3-pointer, and so Allen Iverson has in fact extended his streak of at least 1 3-pointer now in 19 consecutive games. Well, look at Alexander get up and can't come away with Iverson ahead of the pack and slams it in. Largest lead of the game.
But here he converts the easy 2, and like I said, you've got to get some court balance so you don't give up those kind of shots.
Nearly traveled. Iverson goes into the paint, lays it up and Iverson slams into Leonard Hamilton and crew, trying to save the ball in bounds. Nice effort by the answer.
Boy, he's so quick. I remember the last time we were here, he made a move from one side to the other to pick up the steal. Almost comes up with the steal there. And that's why he leads the lead.
Hamilton let him go. Just stay here with us for a while. Iverson, great play off the glass.
Already this year, he's averaged 27, almost 28 points against Washington. Now has 20, converts that basket.
Iverson goes around Prophet, misses the reverse layup. Iverson around Richmond, lays it off. McKee for 3.
This would be his with. He's been to the line 6 times already. Also has 2 assists, and he was a big part of their last run just before the second quarter ended.
Iverson, great move. Whitney playing good defense. 5 to shoot. Nice pass. Here's jumper good.
See, these other guys know he really rushed that shot. He's just coming into the game, of course, so that is something.
Iverson hoping to get a foul. Can't get every foul, Allen.
Alexander.
Iverson just 2 points in the quarter. He had 21 at the half. He's got 23 now. And he's made 1 of 6 from the field.
He gets it off.
It was the height that enabled him to get it over the defender. Iverson drives, draws the foul, and scores. Called it on Whitney, and that's his 4th personal.
Like I said earlier, he leads the league in free throws made. That time he makes a tough shot, drawing the contact. And first one, watch here, goes into Hubert Davis, knocks him back.
Tough to see it from that angle, but I could see exactly what you were talking about. And Allen makes both free throws. Iverson wide open, knocks down a two. Got a basketball game. Iverson inside, gets the English off the glass. A little bit strong. Up ahead to Iverson against Davis. Davis fouls him and score the goal. They love him here in Philly.
Well, no question about it. And I think along with the points and the exciting play that he provides, it's just the passion and the desire to constantly play hard, and never seems to quit.
On 5-5. Hamilton rejected by Mutumbo. Iverson the other way, right behind the back to Ali, who runs over Davis, and an offensive foul is called.
In front of him, established the position. Nice behind the back pass, but Davis draws the foul.
Iverson around everybody, short jumper, what a shot. 38 points for Allen Iverson. Iverson will try to eat up as much as he can. 8 to shoot, 13 game clock.
They're trying to get the ball out of Iverson's hand.
They can't. Iverson in and out and back in again for what could be the game winner. He is unbelievable. 41 points for Iverson. The 15th time this year he's been over 40 points in a game.
Scoring title. Just a difficult shot. And you saw players jab stepping at him, trying to get him to pick up his dribble or make the pass. They wanted that ball out of his hand. They wanted anybody to take that last shot other than Iverson, and for good reason.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's virtually nothing you can do to stop that kind of a shot.
No, I mean, it's a running shot.
Fading away.
He's fading away from his shooting hand. Has to arch it up. The defense is right there. But that's what makes this guy so incredible.
And that will do it. For the first time since the 1991-92 season, the Philadelphia 76ers have swept the season series from the Wizards 4 straight games. Sunday afternoon, Washington plays host to the Utah Jazz. Game time, 3 o'clock from the MCI Center. Our thanks to stage manager Becky Solomon, as always, here in Philadelphia, and our statistician Paul Evans. And now for Phil Chenier, this is Steve Buckhantz wishing you a pleasant evening from the First Union Center in Philly. Once again, the final score, the Sixers 107, the Wizards 102. Wizards basketball has been a presentation of Washington Sports and Entertainment, HTS, and the National Basketball Association. For the latest in sports news and highlights, stay tuned. The National Sports Report is next. Wizards with a valiant effort here tonight in Philly, coming from 16 down to tie it, only to lose 107-102. We'll see you again Sunday afternoon from the MCI Center. In the meantime, have a safe weekend, everyone.
Well, this Philadelphia team, Mike Glenn, at 45-16, unchallenged in the East. They've got big leads for the best record in the conference, a big lead in the Atlantic Division race. And that little guy is the biggest reason why Allen Iverson, the NBA's leading scorer. But in Dikembe Mutumbo, they have got a man that Larry Brown has just drooled about since that All-Star game, a guy who can anchor the middle. And with Theo Ratliff gone, and who knows when he would have been back for Philadelphia, getting Dikembe seems to have written the check for Philadelphia in the Eastern Conference.
Larry Brown likes to leave him on the floor at all times, and he seems to never tire, Bob. He's a guy that can...
At 6 feet. And
you don't know what it's like to lose.
Iverson up and in. Waits for Iverson. Goes baseline, does Allen. High off the glass, good.
What a tough shot.
Has had to work hard for his money in the early going of this one. He's got 6. Philadelphia's down a point. Now Snow, bounce ahead Iverson. Look at the quicks. Up and in, and one.
Well, the thing about Iverson, one of the many things about him is he has speed, but he can change. He can alter speeds and directions and then hang in the air. Brevin Knight, who is matching him step for step here, but watch the innovation of Iverson, that he just goes around Knight, hangs in the air, and then lays it in.
Good information, but it really is for Pepe San. And his Owls have get it. But I don't have a book.
I'll vote for you, partner.
Iverson outside. 13 first quarter points.
Will be on cruise a lot of the game, and you can kind of catch your breath and rest.
Iverson. Man. How do you guard that? I mean, it's just impossible.
It is impossible. Wait, where are my help?
Allen Iverson returns.
Well, shooting, improvising, creating ways to get it done in a variety of ways is the guy they call the answer. Allen Iverson.
Lorenzen coughs it up. Iverson in on Glover. Off the window again. Iverson. 4th 2. Out to Allen.
Whoa. That's the improvisation that I'm talking about, with the speed and the ability to change direction.
Belong to Allen Iverson. 55-52 at the break. Allen Iverson's first shot of the second half. Iverson.
Man. Iverson will run by you like two cars passing in the night.
You know, you would think he just gets sick of scoring all these points. Iverson. That's for 3.
Well, he just took a little break from scoring those points, Bob. But it winds up in his hand.
As it always seems to.
It's like he got a magnet to it.
Before Allen Iverson made a name for himself on the basketball court, he was some kind of great quarterback. Of Bethel Bruin in Hampton, Virginia, Allen Iverson could throw the football, he could run it, and he was an outstanding defensive back as well. And Allen Iverson wanted to play football. He did not want to go the basketball route, but Mama said otherwise and pointed him in basketball's direction. And you know the rest of the story, but he was a tremendous prep quarterback. Allen Iverson's got 35 tonight, and the 40-point club of players with 15 or more games of 40 in a season. And Allen Iverson has added his name to that thumbprint. Right. Van Jam runs all hours and is absolutely free.
Tell you, Bob, these Sixers have an excellent defensive team. And then they just depend on that little guy.
Scoring 40 or more points a season this season 15 times. And in the early days, when he'd score big, the Sixers would lose.
Indeed.
That's all turned around. Iverson has 39 and counting. The Sixers lead Atlanta 85-70.
Iverson. But Larry Brown, very much an old school. And that's the guys who are going to win it or lose it for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
A good pass, and then he doesn't want to make that risky pass, and there he goes back door. A lot of help right here, but gets the foul.
Iverson hits both free throws to really put the squeeze on Philly. Here comes Iverson. He nearly lost it out of bounds. Jumper from the corner is good. 45.
Iverson told him no.
And the ball game is over. So the Philadelphia 76ers defeat the Atlanta Hawks 108-103. And with it, push the Hawks losing streak to 10 games. But boy, the Hawks fought them hard right down to the end of the game tonight. Tonight's game was brought to you by your Atlanta Hawks. And the announcers for this telecast have been approved and are compensated by the Hawks. Join us Tuesday on Turner South at 7:30 when the Hawks host Vancouver. And our next telecast on WHOT will be March 19th as the Hawks host the Lakers. Now stay tuned to WHOT for Real TV. For Mike Glenn and the rest of our crew, this is Bob Rathman saying good night from the First Union Center in Philadelphia, where the Sixers win 108-103.
Philadelphia 76ers at 54-23 with Iverson, Snow, Lynch, Mutumbo, and Tyrone Hill. And here comes Snow feeding to Iverson, leading scorer in the NBA, coming off a 37-point performance last night in a win against Boston. Here's Allen Iverson, who has played with every injury imaginable this season. Threw a double. Fakes him out. Hill is open off the baseline because Grant went to cover Iverson.
That Allen had an injury, but it only affected him on defense. It didn't affect his shot selection or his amount of shots.
Iverson shifting gears and penetrating inside for two for Coach Larry Brown.
They have to make shots because one of the things Pat Riley said that he's concerned with the 76ers is breaking off of missed baskets.
They're going to work on him right now on the sideline. Here comes Iverson with 7. Shot clock is at 8. Over Bowen. Oh, what a shot by Allen Iverson.
He can't play any better defense than Bowen.
The 76ers.
Well, this is just a step-back jumper. Iverson so quick. Allen with the ball just penetrates in. Bowen right with him, but he steps back. Great contest of the shot.
Mason and Mourning is out there with the Hardaway 3. Good! His first shot is right between the eyes.
Be a big statement, but it's not that big a deal just because Philly's already clinched home court throughout the playoffs, and it's a much bigger game for Miami right now.
And Alonzo in there, Dan is absolutely correct. It's got extremely physical. This is Alonzo there again. He literally pushed the Dikembe out of the way.
The president said Pat Riley's been missing against this Philadelphia team so far this year since this is Alonzo's first game against Philly.
11 points for Allen Iverson.
Said he may be ill, but it has nothing to do with his offense. It has to do with his defense. I think Alonzo's trying to let Dikembe know that he's well.
We're tied at 19 apiece. With their biggest lead, Mourning has led the way. Oh, Alonzo Mourning! Hill.
There's not a great deal of scores out there on the court for either team right now, but there's one right there.
Allen Iverson knocks in his first points of this second.
He's stronger than Dikembe, so they're touching him and pushing him and trying.
6 of 11 from the field. Coach told us today in about 3 or 4 years.
Well, and you can tell it by the way he plays. I think he's
from rotation on it. Here comes Iverson into. Oh my goodness! What a play turned in by Allen Iverson. And off balance, and here he goes with the steal. It's McKee with the 2-on-1 with Iverson, slipping inside by Bowen and putting it in.
Well, that's the thing that Pat Riley worried about is being
right. Well, they rely so much on their defense right here, but right there, Tim Hardaway just kind of trips. Good hands by Aaron McKee right there. What a beautiful finish right there, scoring over those guys. And the time before, he takes the ball down the court. He scores over the entire Miami Heat defense right there. 2 pretty good defenders in Bowen and Mason.
Because they have just won, just wrapped up the fact that they got the home court advantage. The Heat were so aggressive that Larry's probably gotten in their ear. Now they seem to be, when he was on the floor, it was even worse.
I thought I had a side bet with Coach anyway. I can afford to feed him. I don't have enough money to feed you, Kevin.
Allen Iverson's got 24.
In the beginning, nobody had any idea.
Turnovers. 11 for the Heat, 12 for Philadelphia. And a 3-point shot goes in on the play.
Grabbed it. I thought the officials, as you did, Kevin, probably.
That's like a newspaper reporter, guys. Look at that. That's a big old camera. That's on the TV.
A 3-point shot by Allen Iverson. 33 points, and he was fouled on the shot. Iverson has gone 11 of 22 from the field.
You can't guard everything with him. You don't want him to break down the defense. Carter's done a good job, does a good job right there. But Iverson, with his quickness and range, he can get a shot off anytime he wants.
Well, and Carter has been doing a good job on him. Allen's been telling the official that he can't guard him without fouling him. Out of talking about his health, now we're talking about his game. That's what I meant earlier, that he came back to be a player. He didn't come back to be a patient. And we treat him as such.
Iverson for 3. Oh! Allen Iverson is a flamethrower.
I love that guy. He is getting fouled. I mean, you're supposed to call hand checks in this league, and they're not calling the hand check, but he came right back and knocked it down.
I'm going to tell you what, Danny, this is not a ball game. This is a turf war going on out here now.
Philadelphia.
And I love it right here. Carter thinks he's won the battle by pushing him way out there. He just raises up, says, sorry, boys. great move by Mourning right here. He's got the quickness on Dikembe, but good smooth move, but to finish over Dikembe like that.
Quick team like the 76ers have out there now, it's a defensive problem, but Danny's absolutely right about the muscle inside.
Well, Iverson, who is the MVP of the just completed All-Star game in Washington, D.C. O'Neal was last year's big gun. Weber's played great in Sacramento. And Kevin Garnett, I mean, these are all worthy candidates in the NBA.
Well, you can put a blindfold on and pick any one of those guys and be glad that you had them, and they've had outstanding seasons.
The Sixers continue their trip through Florida and face Tracy McGrady and the Orlando Magic. All key games. 2 minutes to play. Iverson with Marley on him. Allen Iverson continues to amaze. He's got 41 points. Rebound Mutumbo. Gets by Mason. Puts it down. And it counts. And Philadelphia has tied the game.
They're trying to post something. Now Hardaway is going to take it.
Jones. McKee for the game. Misses a possible game-winning three-point shot. Miami beats Philadelphia for the first time this season. Danny, we asked you before the game if this was a statement game for Miami. Now that they've won, with the playoff intensity that was tagged to this game, I think they've made a statement.
Absolutely made a statement.
In the month of April, and since Alonzo Mourning is back, they're 5-3. Tonight, Miami beats Philadelphia 83-81. The 76ers have the most road wins of any team in the NBA. For Danny Ainge, Craig Sager, and John Thompson, our producer, Mike Burks, our director, Lonnie Dale, and the rest of our crew, Kevin Harlan saying goodnight from Miami. We'll go to Ernie Johnson in Atlanta in our studio after this break.